I am now homeschooling a teen. It's hard to believe that I am now here, as I have a teen who is taller than me, as much as I hate admitting that. It is so funny to think back on the days when we did finger painting and Play-Doh, and we did all our arts and crafts and our preschool activities, teaching her to read and her basic math facts. And now I have this independent learner who's looking down the road toward college and thinking about degrees and jobs and career, and it's a little bit scary. So if you're just starting homeschool or you have little ones that you're homeschooling, high school seems really, really far away. It seems terrifying, and it seems like it's something you don't really need to even start thinking about because it's never going to be here anytime soon. Well, guess what? It goes so much faster than you can even imagine, and I am already there. I am staring at my high schooler, and we are thinking about college. So it just seems like overnight I went from Play-Doh, now we're talking about college courses, CLEP classes, ACT scores. It is really, really different. So I wanted to share some things that I've learned in homeschooling a teen. She's still in high school. She hasn't graduated yet, so I'm still learning. There's a lot to be learned. It's very, very different homeschooling a teen than it is homeschooling a preschooler or elementary school age child. So it's very, very different, but it is really exciting and really fun to have that person that you can talk to and you can really discuss things deeply with them. It's really fun to see what they've learned and how they've really internalized what they've learned and to watch them really wrestle with topics and think deeply about them. So that is really exciting. But I wanted to share one tip that has really been important in our homeschool, and this can really make or break our homeschool day with my teenager. We have to begin every morning with a short meeting, and we have to end our day the same way. So this is where I sit down with her in the morning and we walk through the assignments for the day, and I make sure that she's aware of due dates, she knows what she needs to be doing, and I help her prioritize her assignments. We also use her planner so she can write things down. She writes in any activities that she needs to really focus on or remember, or any assignments that are coming due. And I help her prioritize all of that and make lists and checklists so that she can know where she needs to start to begin working so that she can be successful. We don't want to procrastinate and put things off to the last minute so that we end up having panic attacks and tears because she feels overwhelmed and stressed out. I also give some tips on how to work efficiently. Maybe she should start with this and think about this. Remember, there's a swim meet this weekend, so you might want to do a little extra tomorrow before that. So we just talk about how to best plan her day, her week, and how to really prioritize. And then I let her share any concerns she has if she's feeling overwhelmed with an assignment, if she needs some help, if she's confused. That's our time to kind of meet and talk about how to get her started successfully on all of her assignments and help her get started. Then after our little meeting, it's sometimes only 10 minutes. She's ready to begin working independently, and my high schooler prefers to work independently. She doesn't want me hovering over her. She wants to go up to her office, to her computer, with her planner, lay it all out with all of her books, and get started. But it's also important that we end our day the same way. Sometimes this means that it's in the car. She brings her planner, and we're going through and talking through her assignments. Or we might meet on the couch before dinner and talk through her day and see how she did. So she shares what she was able to accomplish and what she didn't have time for. This really helps her see what is realistic when she's planning. I find that when my kids first start trying to plan their day, they are not realistic in what they're able to get done. So they'll say, I'll do all of these things. Yes, no. You'll be able to do about half of those in the day. So it really helps them see that their plan was not realistic so they can adjust accordingly. And she also shares anything that frustrated her during that day, whether it was a sibling or a particular assignment. She can bring that to me and we can go back through it, and I can try to help her understand what she needs to do and be prepared to be successful the next day as she works on it again. And so she asks any questions that she has about any of her assignments, and I also spot check her work to keep her accountable. I've learned if I don't do this with my teens, they will sometimes kind of just hurry through things, not do their best, and it's important that I tell them they need to work with integrity, they need to be responsible for their school, and we are learning it to master the material. We're not learning it just to get a grade or just to skim through. We really want to learn and remember. So I want to spot check and make sure that they are being accountable and that they have the integrity to do what they say that they're doing. So I always do some quick spot checking. I might choose 2 subjects, have her bring me those books and kind of flip through and see where she's at. So I make sure that I start and end our homeschool day with our short meeting time so that she feels that she has access to me, she's able to share her concerns, but she also has time to go work independently. And I make sure that these times are scheduled. So I'm not interrupting her day and having her stop if she's in the middle of something and come meet with me and go through things with me. She knows at a certain time in the morning as we start our day, we're meeting, and at the end of our day, we also meet again before we start our evening activities. So that is really important. But it also keeps me accountable to listen to her concerns, to be made available to her, because it's really easy to be distracted by all my little ones because they require so much help and they require so much supervision, especially my preschooler, my toddler, and my younger elementary students. They require so much of my time and energy that it's easy for my teen to get lost and feel like she isn't able to come bring her concerns to me because I'm so busy homeschooling the younger ones. So I want her to understand that she is a priority to me and she does have time that she can meet with me, and we can always have more time, but she knows every day she has these times scheduled so that she can meet with me. So I am slowly transitioning her to more independence as we have these meetings, and I really work with her and teach her how to use a planner, how to make a list, and how to plan, because I'm hoping this will really help her be successful in college. So don't wait for your teen to come to you with all of the frustrations the day before an assignment is due, that they don't understand it, they don't know what to do, they don't know how to get started. Have a meeting time every day and spot check their work as they go so that you can answer any questions and concerns that come up as you're preparing. And that way they don't come to this breakdown point, which happens with teens because everything builds up and it's very dramatic. So make sure that you are proactive. Go to your teen, set these times where you meet together and have these spot check times. And that way it will really help avoid meltdowns, because I waited and we had several meltdowns and I've learned, nope, I am going to be proactive, and we've avoided a lot of meltdowns now because I was able to help her talk through her frustrations and help her create a new plan of attack for an assignment when she was starting to feel overwhelmed. So I was able to kind of head off some of those problems and meltdowns and tears before they even happened. So make sure that your homeschool teen feels heard in your homeschool. And if you're like me and you have a large family and you have lots of little ones who are loud and they're always needing your attention, it's easy for your teen to think, well, mom is just too busy, and they just try to handle it on their own until it comes to a point that they're so frustrated that they completely melt down. So don't wait. Don't be like me. Don't do that. Make sure that you have a meeting time, a set time to meet with your teen, and that will really help them feel like they have access to you and they have someone supporting them, helping them learn how to be more independent.